So, Zozo, my beautiful souls, welcome. Welcome to this special live of the Nisa show. And I am absolutely thrilled to have you here. Type live if you are here with us right now, or type replay if you are watching this amazing conversation later. And if we haven't met yet, I am Nisa, Kamarul Nisa, India's first Hikmat coach and the founder of the Hikmat Academy. And I help corporate professionals transform into Hikmat leaders. And I am on a mission to direct 1 lakh professionals, 1 lakh corporate professionals achieve inner wisdom, heal emotional wounds, and rise as confident, harmonious leaders in both their personal and professional lives. And today we are diving even deeper into part two of understanding the noble narcissist with Proteeti Mallick. And if you missed part one, we uncovered who noble narcissists are and why they are hard to identify. Today we are exposing their silent traits, manipulating tactics unke like gaslighting, love bombing, and most importantly, how to effectively deal with them. क्योंकि यही नहीं आता है हमें how to deal with them. So let's continue this crucial conversation. Welcome back, Protiti ji. In part one, we uncovered who the noble narcissist is, right? Now let's dive into those वो जो subtle, silent traits जो होते हैं that even aware people miss. क्योंकि सबको पता होत नहीं समझ आती कि क्या है ये असल में. So what are the silent traits of a noble narcissist that often escape the observation of the audience? क्योंकि हम नहीं पकड़ सकते.
Okay. So, I'd like to start by thanking you, Kamar. It's always such a pleasure to be here, and I'm truly grateful for the opportunity and the platform that you've consistently created for meaningful conversation. These discussions are very close to my heart because I want to help people who are struggling to understand the narcissistic dynamics.
Hmm.
Often in silence and don't know how and what they experience or how to respond. So thank you once again for inviting me
Well,
for your trust and allowing this conversation to reach all those who need clarity, validity, and strength. I really appreciate this platform.
thank you.
Okay, so I am Proteeti Mallick, a spiritual life coach, and over years, I've done intensive study and research into the narcissistic personality disorder. I have lived experiences, I've had several live experiences with different kind of narcissistic personalities. And each one is a case study for me. And it has allowed me to observe very distinct and recurring patterns in their behavior. Now, one pattern that consistently stands out is that the moment a narcissist realizes that you are being able to see through them, the dynamic, and it is followed by drama. Okay, so coming back to your question, as in what are the silent traits? Okay, now a noble narcissist is a highly intelligent, sharp, and psychological perceptive person. They don't operate loudly, they operate silently and through observation. One of their strongest traits is their ability to read you deeply. Your fears, your vulnerabilities, your emotional needs, your insecurities. So they know exactly your leverage. वो तुम पे क्या ऐसे कर सकते हैं कि तुम उसके ऊपर नहीं उठ सकते हो. So the one thing they will keep you compliant, silent, and emotionally stuck. And they use this leverage subtly in ways that don't look like manipulation. They will be kind and it feels sincere, their guidance karenge wise, their presence will feel comforting. Beneath that, there's an emotional strategy. They use selective empathy. strategic generosity. वो लोग बहुत चैरिटी करेंगे, चीज देंगे, and moral sophistication to maintain admiration and control. Now, most people miss these traits because the noble narcissist hides behind refinement, intellect, and purpose. They present themselves as evolved, spiritual, but their manipulation is invisible. So, this is what often people miss about them.
Miss about them. These silent traits are so dangerous, I think, precisely because they are invisible. सबसे मुश्किल बात ही यही कि they are invisible. And thank you so much, Protiti. You are helping our audience, our beautiful souls recognize what they have been missing all along. क्योंकि अगर हमें अवेयरनेस है तब तो हम कुछ कर सकते हैं. वी आर नॉट इवन अवेयर ऑफ दीज थिंग्स. हमें समझ ही नहीं आती हाउ टू डील देम. अभी तो क्या बोला जाता है, अभी तोला और अभी माशा वाली बात, कि समझ नहीं आती हाउ टू डील विद देम. थैंक यू सो मच. And for those who just joined us, today we are diving into part 2 of understanding the noble narcissist with Proteeti Mallick. एक्सपोजिंग साइलेंट ट्रेट्स हम कर रहे हैं. गैस लाइटिंग टैक्टिक्स कौन सी होती है, लव बॉम्बिंग वर्सेस सेल्फ लव, एंड हाउ टू इफेक्टिवली डील विद देम. Have any questions about narcissistic manipulation or protection strategies, drop them in the comment box and we will definitely answer your questions. So, Pratiti ji, this confuses so many people. Ki they think the narcissist genuinely loves them at first, right? यही लगता है क्योंकि हम सबको लगता है. And how do you distinguish authentic self-love from manipulating love bombing? What's the difference between self-love and narcissistic love bombing?
A very valid question, Kamarji. Self-love is steady, grounded, and respectful. Okay, it doesn't need to impress, overwhelm anyone. It allows space, boundaries, individuality. Okay, narcissistic love bombing is fast, intense, and overwhelming. It is driven by insecurity, the need to possess you emotionally. Self love says, I see you, I understand you, I respect you. If I have self love, I will encourage you to have self love. Okay. Love bombing says, I need you to need me. That is love bombing. Love bombing can create dependency, guilt, pressure to reciprocate. You will be constantly asked to perform, prove your love and your self worth. Self love creates balance, calm, clarity. In love bombing, what happens? Affection is a tool. कुछ जरूरत होती है, they use the love bombing. Self love, affection is a gift. I need you, you need me. We want to make each other feel better. That is self love. So that is the difference between self love versus the narcissistic love bombing. I hope I managed to explain that.
Yes, yes, you managed very well. I think it's a critical distinction, right? You are showing that what feels like love is actually a calculated manipulation tactic designed to trap victims, right? ये वो लोग करते हैं कि and the biggest victims are their family members. सबसे ज्यादा नजदीक क्योंकि वही होते हैं. एंड दे आर द, क्योंकि बाहर तो वो टैक्टिक्स नहीं चलेंगी ना उनकी, वो तो सिर्फ घर पे ही वो लोग यूज कर सकते हैं ना.
बिल्कुल. And close
सो
friends, and very close friends.
Yeah, right. So before yeah, gaslighting is, I think, is such a damaging tactic, right? Yet many people don't even realize it's happening to them. नहीं समझ आता है. तो can you break this down? What actually gaslighting is? How does a noble narcissist use it to their advantage? वो कैसे इस चीज का लेता है?
Okay. With gaslighting is something, ये तो बहुत movies भी बनी है about gaslighting. You know, there's a theme of a movie which is, you ever get a chance to watch it, but let me try to explain what gaslighting is. Gaslighting is an emotional manipulation to doubt your own memory, your own perception or feeling. Okay, now what a noble narcissist uh, do is he or she doesn't gaslight aggressively. They do it very smartly, gracefully, and with a emotional finesse. Now what do I mean by that? They position themselves as calm, rational person, labeling your feelings as overreactions. They might say that नहीं नहीं, मैंने ऐसे नहीं बोला, तुमने गलत तरीके से लिया है, you're taking it the wrong way. That's not how I said it. You're imagining. You're an overthinker. Invariably put your overthinking. You think too much. Okay. Now, another thing they say, let's be mature about it. See, I'm speaking from experience. You don't have that. You get too emotional about these things. I have better understanding. I deal with worldly matters. तुमको समझ में नहीं आता है, मुझे समझ में आता है. You know, and invariably they will use your emotional and sensitive nature against you. You're weak, you're too emotional, you know. So that what puts us empaths in a back foot. Now their goal is not to argue, okay, it's to confuse you enough so that you can rely on their version of reality. Okay, so when they appear calm and composed, so what happens? The public, the audience will believe them because they are doing it like confidently. While you are getting all worked up, trying to explain, trying to kind of this, you know, the fact that with them you have to be unapologetic. The more you try to explain and try to understand and all of that, you will look like you're in the wrong. जो वो कर रहे हैं ना, they will make you feel like तुम
ये
वो हो.
सही है.
You will get misunderstood, and you know, we empaths go in this, नहीं नहीं मैंने ऐसे नहीं किया, मैंने ऐसे नहीं बोला, मैंने, you know, we get all worked up. So that is what gaslighting is, because we will look guilty. Never mind किया कि नहीं किया, किया उन्होंने, लेकिन they will make you feel guilty.
This is so terrifying. I think you are exposing how noble narcissists make their victims question their own reality and sanity, right? I think no wonder people feel so confused always because of them, because they are doing this thing here to make you guilty, to make you confused. खुदाया खुदाया ही बचाए हमें उन लोगों से, और तो नहीं कोई बचा सकता. And audience, I just again posted on Instagram ki we are live now, so those who want to join us, join fast. We are live here on YouTube. और जो अभी जिन्होंने अभी हमें ज्वाइन किया है, आज हम पार्ट 2 कर रहे हैं द नोबल नार्सिसिस्ट के बारे में. विद माय गेस्ट इज प्रोतिति मलिक. और हम बात कर रहे हैं साइलेंट ट्रेट्स जो होते हैं नोबल नार्सिसिस्ट, गैस लाइटिंग, लव बॉम्बिंग, और कैसे डील करें हम इन लोगों से. अगर आपके कोई भी क्वेश्चंस हैं नार्सिसिस्ट मैनिपुलेशन के या प्रोटेक्शन के बारे में, आपको क्या करना चाहिए, तो टाइप इन द चैट बॉक्स. हम आपके क्वेश्चंस जरूर लेंगे. सो मुझे लगता है आज हमारी ऑडियंस को ये जरूरत था, ये वाला टॉपिक. सो दे ट्राई टू comfort the narcissist and somehow end up looking like the bad guy. What's the solution? Standing up against a noble narcissist often leaves you in a false position, जैसे कि अभी आपने बताया भी. Then what is the most effective method to deal with them?
Okay. Now, it took me a lot of time to figure out how to actually stand up to a noble narcissist or a narcissist in general. And that is something empaths are not very, it doesn't come naturally to them, but still, there is a technique, and that is calm detachment.
Detachment.
with firm boundaries. You know, boundary was a term which never um, existed before. I mean, we were not aware of it. The fact that we can set boundaries. And narcissists are kind of people, they do not understand boundaries. Only their own, not yours. Okay. So reacting emotionally or trying to prove yourself will make them twist the narrative because उन लोगों ने अपने मन ही मन में पूरा गेम उनके आंखों के सामने ये ऐसे करेंगे वैसे रिएक्शन होगा. They are all ready. See, we don't think in, that crooked or manipulative way, but they have many ways. Straightforward people have only one way, but they have many ways. Okay. And their mind is constantly moving towards, games. Now, a noble narcissist thrives in intellectual and moral debates. Okay. They will always turn it into a discussion about your tone, your behavior, your emotions. तुम्हारा emotions तुम्हें they will make it seem as in your weakness. So the strategy is when you are in a situation with them, stay calm. Okay? Stay brief. Stay neutral. Okay? And set boundaries with justifications. Sorry, without justification. The thing is, we usually give justification. Koi justification nahi denge. Okay, now use statements like, this is not how it works for me. Okay. Like you said, I do not want to engage in any further conversation. Okay. This conversation ends. I don't want to talk about it because arguments will be, they are veterans at arguments. And it emotionally draining ho jata hai hum logon ke liye. The more we try to engage in any kind of arguments, because it's pointless. It go on because they are veterans at it. Okay. So when you stop feeding their need for emotional control and admiration, their power over you dissolves. Reaction, the moment we give, it is their oxygen. आग और भी भड़कता है. So you're neutral, you be neutral, it immediately they go in a back foot. They will strike again. But for that moment, you have to be neutral and calm. Very difficult. But that is something. अपना mental stability के लिए करना पड़ेगा.
मेंटल स्टेबिलिटी के लिए करना पड़ेगा. इट्स सो ट्रू. सच एम्पावरिंग स्ट्रेटजीज. प्रोतीति, थैंक यू सो मच. ये सो बी काम एंड न्यूट्रल रहो. कोई चारा नहीं है. सेट योर बाउंड्रीज एंड वही कट द कॉर्ड जो आपने बोला कि आराम से रहो. क्योंकि कोई और तरीका ही नहीं है टू डील विद देम, राइट? Thank you so much. And coming to the next point, that this is such a powerful reframe, that finding meaning in the pain. From your deep personal experience and research, what wisdom did these relationships teach you? The narcissist come into our lives to teach us something, है ना? हमेशा narcissist क्या, even anyone, if he or she comes in our lives, so we are going to learn something, right? So what is the most valuable lesson you have learned from the noble narcissist?
Okay. Now the greatest lesson is self-worth without borrowing validation. A noble narcissist forces you, sometimes painfully, to look at places where you have abandoned yourself to keep peace and to maintain connections. They teach you the importance of boundaries, um, discernment, you know, emotional self respect, and
Hmm.
listening to your intuition.
Hmm.
Now, and also, as I mentioned before, choosing yourself unapologetically. Because we
Hmm.
are the kind, we always give other people priorities, but we neglect
हमेशा.
ourselves. You know,
हमेशा.
now it's about time we start telling whether the narcissist or everybody, that's who I am. The moment we start accepting ourselves the way we are, the rest of the people will have to fall into place. So they reflect back your tendency to overgive, overlove, over understand. When you reclaim your power, you realize that's your true blessing. We have been, giving and giving and overgiving. We are neglecting ourselves. So they come into our life to teach us that it is time we start prioritizing ourselves. They have not come to break us, they have come to awaken us. The noble narcissist ultimately leads you back to your own strength, your clarity, and a deeper understanding of your emotional truth. So, what we are giving them, it's time we give it inwards. So, we have to thank them. They are a blessing, a lesson, and a blessing in our lives. So, thank them. They will teach you the worth of self love.
Zabardast. Zabardast. Thank you so much, Protiti. And I think this part two has been even more powerful. You have given our audiences, our beautiful souls, the advanced understanding they need to recognize silent traits, distinguish manipulation from love, understanding gaslighting, and most importantly, how to stand up to noble narcissists without falling into their traps, right? And thank you so much. And to my beautiful souls, I hope you watched both part one and part two of the series. If you missed part one, don't worry. I am going to add the link of part one in the description of this part two below, so you can watch it right after this, ताकि आप वो समझ आए आपको, क्योंकि एक देखने से आपको पूरा समझ नहीं आएगी। एंड इसीलिए मैं लिंक वो उसका भी जोड़ रही हूँ जो हमने लास्ट वीक किया था। टुगेदर दीज कन्वर्सेशंस हैव गिवन यू complete protection, complete wisdom, from identification to dealing strategies to finding meaning in the experiences। क्योंकि प्रोतीति जी ने बहुत वो ना इजी लैंग्वेज में बहुत एक्सप्लेन करके आपको समझाया सब कुछ। थैंक यू सो मच, आई एम ट्रूली ग्रेटफुल टू यू प्रोतीति जी, दैट आपके वैल्यूबल टाइम से हमें थोड़ा सा टाइम मिला, जो हमने ये अवेयरनेस क्रिएट की कि आपने जो आपकी डेडिकेशन, ये आपने जो ये इतनी रिसर्च की है, एंड फॉर शेयरिंग योर डीप पर्सनल इनसाइट्स दैट हेल्प सो मैनी पीपल एस्केप दीज टॉक्सिक डायनेमिक्स। क्योंकि फिर ज्यादा फिर एंड पे ये हो जाता है कि रिश्ता खत्म हो जाता है, लेकिन विद योर स्ट्रेटजीज अब रिश्ते बच जाएंगे, क्योंकि हम अगर उस कूल काम स्टेट में रहेंगे, राइट? And for everyone watching, if Protiti's work resonated with you and you need support navigating narcissistic relationship, do reach out to her. And if this session added value to your life, please share both part one and part two with someone who needs this protection wisdom, this protection hikmat. This is the hikmat. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more such empowering conversation. Drop your key takeaways from today's part two session in the comment section. We would love to hear what hit home for you. Thank you for all joining us for both parts of this crucial series. Until next time, keep protecting your peace, keep trusting your intuition, and keep being the strong souls you are, with lots and lots of love and narcissist proof boundaries जो हमने अभी आपको दी. And thank you so much, Protiti ji. Truly grateful to you. Do you want to add something towards the end at the end of this?
Thank you, Kamalji, once again. It was always interesting every time we've done a session together. And as we end today's conversation, I would just like to leave you and the audience with one truth, that a noble narcissist may enter your life disguised as a blessing. But as I said, they leave a lesson in boundaries, a lesson in self worth, a lesson in choosing your voice over their image of you. Remember, you are not controlled, silenced, or emotionally negotiated by other people. You are here to rise in your own power, to trust your intuition, and to honor parts of you which you have abandoned for the sake of love and approval. So it ends right now, and we choose ourselves unapologetically.
और और ये अभी खत्म नहीं हुआ, हम और आएंगे एक नई अवेयरनेस के साथ कि आपको नार्सिसिस्ट के बारे में और मिले कि हमारा वी हैव अ मिशन कि घर नहीं टूटने चाहिए। राइट प्रतीति, घर नहीं टूटने चाहिए क्योंकि बहुत कुछ हो रहा है जिंदगी में। हमें ये घरौंदे बड़े मुश्किल से बनते हैं क्योंकि ऊपर वाले ने बनाए होते हैं, तो हमारी तरफ से हम क्या कर सकते हैं वो हम जरूर करेंगे। बाकी रेस्ट विद ऑलमाइटी, जैसे वो चलाए हम वैसे चलते हैं। लेकिन हमारी तरफ से हमें कौन कौन से प्रिकॉशंस लेने हैं, विद दिस अवेयरनेस हम और लेके आएंगे नए एपिसोड्स, न्यू न्यू अवेयरनेस टू यू। सो अंटिल नेक्स्ट टाइम, थैंक यू सो मच। लॉट्स एंड लॉट्स ऑफ लव फ्रॉम मी एंड Proteeti.